Hi, everyone. It is me, Lisa Murphy, also known as the Ooey Gooey Lady. And today I want to talk a little bit about the importance of, here's my high tech fancy sign, the fact that you gotta wanna be there. You gotta wanna be there. And the reason why this deserves a little bit of our attention is because of that many of you, I know this to be true. Many of you occasionally find yourself working with a done one, somebody who just doesn't want to be there anymore for whatever reason. They're just done. And if you're in too close proximity with somebody who's done, who doesn't want to show up every day to do the work, who would rather be doing something else, who would rather be somewhere else, it is exhausting. If you've been to my workshops, you've heard me talk about the done ones, the poopy face laminated ladies who just don't want to be there anymore and they're walking around looking done. Sometimes they don't look done. Sometimes they don't realize that they're done, and maybe we can unpack that another time. But a lot of times they look done and they sound done, and they're walking around being all like, and then the kids are like, and then you're like, and you don't want to be there. The kids don't want to be there. The director doesn't want to be there. Parents, principal, nobody wants to be there. And Maxine Greene, New York University, rest in peace. I wish I could have met you. Maxine Greene reminds us that you cannot teach anybody anything unless they want to be there. And that goes for grown-up learners, that goes for kid learners, that goes for people in the audience, that goes for us and the energy that we bring into our workspaces. You gotta wanna be there. Now, if you're new to me, what I want to clarify here is this: I am not painting some kind of idealistic rainbows, unicorns, butterflies, like, that everything is always this utopian sphere of happiness, because that's not reality and that's not true. Nor am I implying that it should be. What I'm acknowledging, though, is that as people who on a daily basis are caregiving, who are nurturing relationships, who are taking care of children, we have a responsibility to have a network and an outside relationship to where we're able to process the life stuff so that when we walk into the door of our child care center, when we walk into the door of that kindergarten classroom, when we open the door of our family child care home, we are able to squat down and authentically look that family, that child, that mom, that auntie, that daddy in the eye, to sit down and say, we're so glad you're here, and to actually mean it. Because we're still going to have a bad day. We're still going to have a bad week. You're still going to have a bad month. You're going to, because it's life and we're human. But we're not allowed to bring that bad day, that bad week and into the space and make it other people's bad day. How are we taking care of that and dealing with it and facing it so that we can be fully present, not just physically, but emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, fully present? We gotta wanna be there. And it's gonna be easier to want to be there when we're in touch with the why behind our work. All of these little nuggets dance together beautifully. You gotta wanna be there. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. I'm Miss Lisa. Bye.